Hey DF, just curious to know your thoughts on why devs don't offer higher bitrate versions of their pre-rendered cutscenes as an optional download, similar to what many devs do with their high-resolution texture files.
Mm.
It's especially annoying to go from a clean 1440p 60 presentation to a 720p 30 cinematic filled with macro blocking. I can definitely think of a list of technical reasons why devs don't include this: slower load times, increased file size, etc. But I think it would be a relatively easy thing to include while also preserving the game in the highest possible quality within reason. Hopefully, everything will move to real time at some point, but until then, it would be good to have more options. And it would, right, Alex?
I would love this. And John and I always have hated this.
Yep.
We talk about this like
Yeah.
at least once every 2 weeks, probably, with some game, because I load up a game on an old PC and I think like, man, those Bink videos look terrible. I would love this. I would love this. And I'll actually, the one thing it ties into is not just the ability to have it separately downloaded. I would really like that, but I think it's a really big deal that you allow those video files in the game directory to be actually separate video files that can be replaced by users. John talked about it in his DF Retro video, I think, a little bit, like how, like, you know, Final Fantasy 13 on PC, you can change like the video files in it, I think, right, John?
Yeah, there's a mod
and
for
you can
that.
do that for a couple of games, and I've seen people use things like the PS3 video files for a game on PC because you can just slot them in, and I thought that was so cool. So I would really like for more games to have their game directories be more mutable to allow people to mod those things.
I think the problem here, though, and the reason you don't see this often, is that I don't think most developers seem to really care that much about video. Video playback is in a horrible spot right now. Like most, especially on the PC. Like when you play a video back in Unreal, I guess they just use the standard whatever media player in there, and they usually don't run well. The frame pacing is bad, you know, they're low quality. Like video playback in games has been really bad for years, and most games I'm always surprised to see how poor quality this is. And that's one of the things I talked about in the Final Fantasy 13 video, which isn't out yet, but is that on PS3, they used ultra high bitrate, super high quality FMV that's so good that you can't actually tell that it's video, especially when they're showing the real time engine stuff, but pre-rendered out for certain scenes. Like it looks the same as the real time because the video quality is so high. They clearly ensured that video playback was perfect, and we've kind of fallen back from then. I mean, I still remember years ago loading up one of those Assassin's Creed games. You hit new game, and the first thing you see is this long video explaining everything, but the quality is bad with lots of macro blocking. The playback's not smooth. It's stuttering. Like the whole thing, it's like, this is your first impression of the game. It's this bad video. Like, it's bad. Don't do it. Like, either if you're going to use video, then the video quality should be high. If not, you know, try to minimize it.
Yeah, interesting points there. I do think with the advent of SSDs and whatnot, there are good reasons why you could actually have high quality video. I mean, going back to these 720p 30 issues, a lot of it was because, you know, on Xbox 360, they would be streaming in the video simultaneously with loading in game code. So there was only so much bandwidth to go around, and therefore you got really bad quality video. But in the current era, there's so much bandwidth on an SSD. A user has, you know, varying levels of bandwidth to download files from, you know, the internet to supplement the quality if it's there. And exactly as OCD Dev here says, just for preservation, I mean, we're seeing a lot of issues now with remasters where, you know, they can remaster the game, but they can't effectively remaster the cinematics because there are really bad quality FMV videos. So yes, I think there is definitely good reasons to change here. I guess the other thing is, again, as the question asker says here, is that we are moving more to real time now, which just comprehensively solves the problem.